I still have the bag.
Do you still have everything that was in it?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it was?
It was a bag. He had it in a plastic bag, like a Ziploc bag. And,
Sure, the money was in this one bag? Yeah, another bag.
and, what else is in there? I've looked through that thing like I don't know how many times, and now for the life of me, I can't remember what's in there. There might have been a pair of headphones in there. I don't know. I can look in there, take a look, tell you what's in there.
You take anything out of it?
Probably. I mean, I took the bag out. You know what I mean? I took the headphones out because I started using. I'm like, what if these are good headphones? Yeah, started using them.
Did you take anything else out of it?
It's possible. I wasn't paying attention, to tell you the truth. Was I supposed to be looking for something?
No, I'm wondering, because we had reports there was some other things in there.
Yeah.
And
Like what?
like, there was a gun associated with the bag of money.
Oh, okay. That's what you're asking for? You're asking for the guns, that the guns were in separate bags.
Zulema, you're a liar.
Not in the same bag of not in the bag of money. The bag of money was it's like a black duffel bag type thing with a zipper.
Okay.
And then there's the guns that he left. They have their own case, and they have, it's like a case, like a gun case, and then the gun goes in one thing, and then they have the clips, and
So just so I understand it, the gun case was with the bag of money,
next.
but not inside the bag.
I don't think so. No.
Just so I'm clear, the bag of money was in a Ziploc bag inside of another bag.
Yes.
And the gun was not inside the bag with the money, nor was it inside the bag that the money was in. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, it has its own.
Okay, yeah,
Separate
separate.
bag with a ziploc, a zipper that goes around like that. So when you open it like a book.
Okay, so in the duffel bag that the money was in, what else was in the duffel bag? Let me ask you this, was there a phone in the duffel bag?
Yeah, I think that's where they found the phone, because they took it. They took a phone.
Who? The
They
police?
were police took a phone that was in there. Because it's in the inventory that they left. You know, when they take things, they give you an inventory, or they take or whatever, that there was, it said that there was a phone. It's possible that they found it in there, but I don't know where they found it, to tell you the truth. But they said that they did take that phone.
Take a phone?
A phone.
Okay, and you don't know where they got it from?
It's possible that was in there, yeah.
It could have been in Alex's pocket. That's all I got.
Well, Alex didn't have any clothes on so.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
flip about it, maybe it could have been somewhere else.
It's possible.
Yeah.
So you don't remember anything else? Did you ever go through the bag before your kids did?
No.
I don't believe
So
you.
when Alex gave you that bag or told you if anything ever happens to me, did you ask him like, why would anything ever happen to you? Was that an odd statement that he had made?
I did. I said, well, don't say things like that, Alex. I said, why would you say something like that? And then he said, just in case. Just in case. That's why the reason why I in my back of my mind, I was thinking, did he do something to himself? Why was he saying that 2 days before he passed?
So he tells you about the bag and says, if anything ever happens to me, there's some money in the bag. It's not much, but there's some money in the bag. And that was 2 days before.
Yeah, either the day before or either the day before he passed or the day prior to that. So the last 2 days that he was alive.
And then, so when you had, let's go back to the conversation that you had with Alex when Tammy's body is being exhumed. Do you remember that conversation where you said you had confronted him and said, Alex, are you going to have anything to do with this? Why would you think that he may have something to do with it?
So Lori and Chad had called that day, and they were the ones that told us that they were exhuming her body, and the way they were talking, they weren't really saying anything like, "Oh, we're worried" or anything like that. It was more of like a feeling that I had that was like, this is really weird. Like, shouldn't they be like having this kind of reaction type of thing? You know, not like so nonchalantly. Oh, they're exhuming her body today type of thing. And I was like, why are they so not nonchalantly about it? Like, if are they hiding something? Did they do something? Did they not do something? And so that's why I wanted to. I knew that if I asked Lori and Chad about anything, they probably wouldn't say anything. But I thought that if they had been doing something, he had done anything, Alex would probably tell me. So that's why I pressured him. I'm like, would you have anything to do with this? Like, if they exhumed this body and are they gonna find anything? Did you have anything to do with this? And he said no. But I mean, I don't know if that was true or not. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. And the reason I ask is because let's say if my wife gets a call and they say one of her friends is being exhumed, that wouldn't be a question I would ask my wife is, did you have anything to do with this? That wouldn't even cross my mind. Do you know what I mean? It would be more like, hey, we're telling you it's getting exhumed.
Right.
Information-wise, this is what's going on. So that's why I wanted you to maybe expand a little bit on maybe why you thought or suspected Chad and Lori may have done something to Tammy, or that maybe Alex had known about something or had done something.
So I remember that they were saying that Tammy had become a zombie. Remember that?
Yep.
And they were talking. I don't know who was saying who, because they always like, oh, I was told. Lori would say, I was told, and then Chad would say very little, and then it was kind of communicated through her. So it's kind of hard to tell who the information was coming from. But they were saying that Tammy was supposed to die on her trip to Utah. She was supposed to have he had seen it in a vision that she was going to die in a car accident in the way there, or something was going to happen that she was going to pass away. And then when she didn't pass away, then what they were saying was that she actually did pass away, but what happened was that she was taken over by an evil spirit, and then they were that she had become a zombie. Okay, so
Zulema is so dumb. Zulema is friggin' dumb, dude.
back of my mind, here I am thinking, okay, they said the same thing about Charles, right? And then Charles ended up being shot, right? And I'm thinking,
Right?
hey,
Stupid bitch.
you guys are not trying to say that you guys are going to do something physically to people who are, who are turning into zombies according to them. That was my thought.
Okay. So, refresh my memory again, what was Alex's response to your question?
So he sat back and he sat back on in the back and pressed his back towards back of the bed, the headboard, and he goes, "No, that's it. There's no answer after that. Nothing else." And I was waiting for him to say something else, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, are you gonna say anything else? And he's like, no. Like, okay. So I thought when he seemed so sure of his answer, I was like, well, okay, well, then he didn't have anything to do with this.
Okay. And is that the same conversation that's the same conversation you kind of got after, right? And we're pretty, maybe forceful is not the right word, but aggressive towards him as far as, tell me what's going on. Is that the
Yeah,
same
because
conversation?
that was when because right after he, so then I pressed for another answer, and he tells me no, right? So then so then I stand up and I start walking away because I'm like, I don't know what to think at this point. And that's when he said, I think I am being their fall guy. And I'm like, the fall guy for what? What is it? Tell me. What is it that they're trying to pin on you? What did they do? And he just wouldn't say anything else. And then, so then I get frustrated again because he's not answering my questions. So I turn around and I'm going to walk away again, because I'm just so frustrated that he's not saying anything. And that's when he tells me either I am a man of God or I am not.
Okay.
Now, at the time, because I turned around and I said, what does that mean? What does that mean, Alex? Tell me, what does that mean? It's like, you can't just tell me these things and not say anything to me. And I was so frustrated with him. I was so mad, really, because he wasn't saying anything else to me. And that, I guilty. I thought for sure that I had given him a heart attack because I was, kind of pouncing on him, Now putting it all back, and now I understand that, they were probably telling him to blessings to do certain things, and he in his mind was either I'm following what God is telling me, or I am not.
Did you have a question about that? Right?
No.
I thought I saw you written something down. Okay. So after he had said that, I think I'm gonna be the fall guy,
I think I'm gonna be there.
their fall guy. Did you think that Chad and Lori had done something to Tammy? Was that your impression based on that statement?
I didn't know what to think at the time. I didn't know what to think. It was so confusing for me at the time because I saw at the time I still saw Lori and Chad as a very spiritual, kind, loving, charming, law-abiding, God-fearing people. So there was to me, it would be like, you know what I mean? So even when he was saying, even when he said that, I was like, the fall Well, God, for what? Like, what was it? What is going on? You know what I mean? And like, I couldn't even process it or put two and two together. What is it? So what was it that they would do? I mean, these things didn't even come together for me until like months and months and months of me thinking and processing and putting things together. You know what I mean? Because to tell you the truth, until they found the remains of the children, I still thought that there was a possibility that they had them hiding somewhere, that the kids were going to be alive.
That's what we all hoped too.
I really believed that they had them hiding somewhere. I believed them. I really did. That's what they were saying. They were keeping them safe.
So on these conference calls with you and Chad and Lori, and then there was Melanie and Ian, you guys talk about a code word to make sure it's safe to talk. Do you remember talking about that, Lynette?
Yeah, because remember I told you that the day that Alex and I were going to Vegas, that day when I got back from the spa, he wasn't in the house. And so then I called him and I said, "Hey, where are you at?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm in the walkway, the green field behind the house with Gibbs and Melly." So he said, "Just come out back here and meet us back here." So when I got to where they were at, that's what they were talking about. They were making that code word to say, this is safe to talk, this is not safe to talk.
Do you remember what the words were?
So it was, pretty bird, and the other one was, not happy Bob.
Oh, Dolly.
Not happy Bob.
So which one meant it was okay to talk? Pretty bird?
I think it's the opposite. I think that pretty bird was not.
Okay.
And then, not happy Bob meant it was okay.
Meant it was okay. Okay. So whose phone number did you call when, because they would call you from Ian's phone. Whose phone number would you call to conference everybody through?
I think they had so many numbers.
Yeah, they did have a lot. And that's kind of what we're trying to figure out is whose phone you were calling to conference everybody in together. Because every time they would call you, and then you would do the calling.
I think so. Or I think sometimes we would call and they would call back. And sometimes they would call and they'll answer and then three-way the other person. I think it was,
Oh my God. I can't listen to her right now. Bro, I'm so like. Marshall, how are you? You're not coming in because Milky's out there. You're so cute. Meow. Meow. Marshall. Marshall and Milky, Milky and Marshall. I don't know what to complain about yet. I just woke up. You want to listen to Natasha? She's mad at somebody. Let's listen for a minute. Recline with Natasha.
Go fuck off. I'm telling y'all right now, when this is over, when this live is over, I will not mention her again.
Again.
None.
No.
I don't want her mentioned in my chat. I don't give a flying flip what she says. I don't want y'all to come tell me what she says. I don't know how many times I have to say I don't want fucking screenshots because nobody listens. I don't want screenshots. If there is something that you want to send it to the dang email address, not to me. Don't want it. Don't care. Don't want it. Don't care. No. Jay Young, go away. You know you're blocked. I don't care what she says. For the love of God, stop sending me shit. Trust me, my mods know.
Shy, I'm going to try to get on Nat's panel.
I can assure you.
I'm going to get on.
I can assure you. I know everything there is to know about her.
Shit. I'm going to try to get on her panel right now.
She is completely irrelevant. She's just some little bitty bitch on the internet who thinks she's important because she will get no more attention from me.
Okay.
Ever after today.
I'm waiting to see if she lets me on her show. Hi. Hi.
Hey, Susan.
Can you?
Hey, Susan.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Are you okay, Nats?
No, I'm not okay.
I just came by to say hi,
Well, I appreciate you saying hey.
and I'm hoping you're okay.
I will be eventually.
I'm just gonna relax it out.
It's just been a shit show. You know, I just buried my aunt, and I haven't even been able to grieve this week because of all this shit on here. People will not leave me the F alone. I'm just sick of it.
There's stages of grief.
Yeah, I know.
So you're right now. You're in.
I ain't on nothing because I ain't had a chance to have one stage of grief.
Okay, so then you're in stage 0. You're in stage 0, soon to be in stage 1 of grief.
And I was up all night throwing up.
Why are you throwing up?
I don't know.
Bro, can you go to urgent care today?
No, I don't need to go. Okay, somebody look up who Devon, Davon Kennedy is, because that is who Tick Turtle Gum is backstage, and that is who they are authenticated as. Davon Kennedy.
Tick Turtle Gum.
You forgot it, didn't you? That's why you dropped off as the minute that I said it.
Sorry, I interrupted.
No, you're fine. I don't know if we had food poisoning, which I don't think we had food poisoning.
What'd you eat? Did everybody eat the same thing?
No. No, none of us ate the same thing. And Mariah and Hannah didn't get sick. It was just me and Kim and my grandma. I don't know if our resistance is just down because we've all three just had COVID again. or if it's just stress and everything else. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Combination of all those factors, I think.
I think so too. The stress has just about killed us.
So how can we relax ourselves now? Is there a way, or are we just in this now?
Well, when I get off of here, I'm done with this Mrs. Portland mess. I hope she rides her.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Okay, who's Mrs. Portland? Just tell me real quick, just the Reader's Digest version.
A woman who found my channel during the Gabby Petito case and who has been a nut since then. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, having episodes. 1 minute she's okay, 1 minute she hates me. 1 minute she's okay, 1 minute she hates me.
Is she going on her channel talking bad stuff?
Oh yeah, she has said that I was involved in the murder of a girl that I was helping to try to find. She said that me and Dalton are splitting up. Just all kinds of stuff, Susan.
Whoa.
She was live basically all night talking shit about me.
So you have a boyfriend named Dalton?
I do.
I didn't even know you had a boyfriend.
I do.
Huh.
You're my girlfriend. He's my boyfriend.
Okay, I was going to get a little jealous, but at least you have some love in your life, right? Hi, Dalton. I'm your competition. Just kidding.
Leave it to Susan to make me laugh.
Me and you and Dalton should go out in the motorhome, girl.
Yeah, I know.
And Hannah.
You can't ever take off work long enough to go.
I know. I know. I'm always working every day so hard in my kitchen.
Yeah, me too.
We have to make it happen, Natasha. Somebody has to make it.
I'm working real hard in my recliner.
Yeah, I mean, I need a recliner. Maybe I'll get a recliner today.
You do? You do need one.
I could do that if I wanted to, Natasha. I could go buy a recliner right now. If I wanted to, I could.
Well, that's up to you, Susan.
But I don't really need one because don't make me buy one, Natasha, because I've got this chair right here. This one.
Oh, yeah. See, I'm sitting in my recliner. I'm sitting in mine. Oh, my God.
That's a
I'm
throne.
Sitting in a recliner at my grandma's house, too.
You should let me come to Florida with my art friends and let us build you a gorgeous throne.
Come on.
We could make it out of metal and wood and marble.
Yeah.
We would make you an amazing throne, and you could help us design it.
Come on, anytime.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to come to Florida, as soon as the weather is not winter, I'm coming. I'm going to do a whole thing through Florida.
It ain't
so much
winter here right now.
Huh? What?
It's hot here today.
It's hot?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I want to go to the Miami boat docks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a boat?
No.
Does Dalton have a boat?
No.
Tell Dalton to get us a boat.
My cousin has a boat.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can go hang out with your cousin in the boat.
I'm telling you right now, Chase would love you.
Really?
He would be laughing the entire time. Yep.
Who is Chase?
He's my cousin.
Oh, Chase is your cousin?
Mm-hmm.
And he has a boat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you're so lucky. Oops, my glasses fell off. A cousin with a boat.
He has a ski boat and a pontoon boat, but we would need to go out on the pontoon boat.
You know what? Don't tell Chase, but I don't like pontoon boats.
Well, Susan, I'm not putting you on a ski boat to ski because I have a feeling it wouldn't end well.
I'm going out on the power boat. I don't have to. I can't ski because I have a rod in my femur.
Okay, good. Thank God you can't ski. Okay, well, all right, we might do that then.
Does he have a jet ski?
Mm-mm.
Can you tell him to get a jet ski, please? Because that's what I really want to do.
We can rent one, Susan.
Is he good at backing up the trailer?
Yes.
Do you know how hard it is to back up a trailer?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Have you ever done it?
I've tried.
And you turn this way and the thing's going that way, and then all of a sudden your car's in the water. Have you ever sunk your car in the water?
Well, actually, yes, I have. I drove my car into the river.
Where it floated away?
It was in a huge hole right at the river and had to get it pulled out, and it was never the same.
Yeah, if you get your car underwater, then the car's ruined.
Well, I was able to drive it after that, but it was a hunk of shit after that.
So did the engine go underwater?
Yep.
So it's submerged. I'm surprised it even started up after that, yo.
It didn't. I had to have a new motor.
So why not just get a whole new car, dude?
Because I was 16.
Oh, Natasha 16. That bloop bloop. Sorry, that was disrespectful.
That's where we we used to hang out at the power lines, and it was always flooded right by the river.
Is this in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Were you born in Florida?
I was.
Oh, do you know where D-Land is?
I do.
That's where my grandma lived.
I do. I've been there for ball tournaments several times.
Really? You've been to D-Land, and so have I. We may have stood on the same exact corner
We may have,
and like said,
and just didn't know it.
right. It was like a synchronicity thing.
Yep.
See, I think you and I and what's your boyfriend's name? Dalton are meant to be together, the three of us.
I'm beginning to wonder. Y'all are closer to the same age. He's 58.
Oh, I'm going to hit 60 before him then. So I win. All right. Well, I'm going to go. I just wanted to check in and say hi and hope that you're okay.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you for making me laugh as always.
And I know all those people out there that they're trying to get us, they're trying to get us. They throw rocks at things that shine, Natasha. So just remember
I keep telling
that.
myself that.
They're just trying to throw the rocks at you and me because we're superheroes.
Nobody likes to see nobody happy.
Well, they about to get something they don't want.
Who's that lady in the background?
That is Diane. She's a family friend.
Hi, Diane, family friend.
Hey,
Do you have a boat?
No, she doesn't have a boat.
no.
She needs to get one so I can come hang out with her.
So like what?
She could come hang out with you.
I wasn't had a boat.
She lives in. Oh my gosh! Tell them where you live.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I thought you're just asking the lady to tell us where she
I
lives.
know where she lives. She lives here.
Oh, she lives in your living room?
Sort of.
Well, for the last couple weeks, yeah, seems like it.
Upstairs and down here.
Aw, you guys
Where
are
do
so
you live?
fun. I wish I had someone to hang out in my house with me.
I know, we all need that.
So you and Natasha are lucky to have each other.
Listen, all we do is laugh, and she likes it when I cuss people out.
I
And they take my
bet you
eyebrows
guys
and all
crack
that
up a lot.
stuff.
And we've done some. Kim has been doing some bad eyebrow work on Diane.
You ought to see me.
So you got some eyebrow situations going on down there?
Well, I did that night.
Kim came along, and she looked surprised. It was awful.
Yeah.
But let me ask you guys something. Why the accents?
Why the accents?
Both of you seem to have accents.
Have you just noticed that?
So I'm wondering, is that a Florida thing?
I guess.
Because we live in North Florida, and we're 30 minutes from Alabama.
But why are you talking like Alabamans?
Because everybody here sounds just like this.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. All right. I just wanted to understand. Thank you. I just wanted to.
Not down south, though.
So,
Everybody north of I-10 basically sounds like this.
oh, that's cool. See, I'm getting to know Florida.
See, I don't know. I can't tell the difference.
I can't tell the difference.
I don't hear myself say, I don't hear, because we're used to it. We don't hear it.
I hear it.
And it tickles you. That's good.
But you guys are lucky to have each other, and I salute you both.
Yeah, we all got each other around here.
Nice. Okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna go. I've got to run to the store and do some stuff. I love you, Nats. Thanks for having me
Love
on.
you too.
Okay, talk soon, okay?
Bye.
Okay, don't let the haters get you.
Don't trust me. They won't. I'm going to get them first.
Haters, damn haters. Fuggin'. How do I leave here? How can I go away?
I can do it. Hold on. There we
See you
go.
later, Nats. Did you see that? I was on her show right now. I just dropped in, famous like. I pop in like a buoy. It's Susan Bonds. I'm buoy number 38 out in Biscayne Bay. I'm Susan Bonds. I've decided to become a buoy. What are you talking about, Katie Stevens? Okay, does she know anyone in Altmore, Alabama? You need 3 pics of the Walmart neighborhood markets for a buddy. I bumped my phone and this is what came up on it. People are like, oh my God. Can you imagine you're driving down? Ah! Who's this? What are you talking about? What are you guys talking about? You guys are talking without me, yo. Sunshine Granny, old school Dave, and Sean! The haters gonna hate. I'm just gonna fake. I'm gonna warm up my coffee. Boy, I'm getting in a good mood now. If somebody's sad, go ahead and eat a burrito with them, and then they'll cheer up and you can go to the go-kart track. Aww. Let's take a moment for them, okay, you guys? Is armchair still a thing? That was fun being on her show. I'm still trying to soak that in for a second. Yeah. Pickety pack, tickety tack, lackety lack, lack, back, hackety hack, whackety whack. Old school Dave and Sunshine Granny and Cheyenne. Old school Dave and Sunshine Granny and Cheyenne. Meh, meh, meh. Meh, 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 meh. Meh, 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 meh. Meh, 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 meh. I brushed my teeth out here. I'm all here. Rest in peace, Steve. Let's try again. We're taking a moment for Steve and his loved ones. I'm just imagining how they all feel. You know, the circle around him. A smile just inadvertently came across my face after thinking about all those people. Yeah, rest in peace, Steve. Let's keep thinking about him for a minute. Let's just take some time. Yeah, I mean, they aren't meant to stay on. If you're doing stuff, they're going to start doing this, and then they'll fly off out the car window. But if you're just, you could do it, Sunshine. If you just are holding still for a minute, you can pull it off. But like, I wouldn't be able to wear these on the exercise bike because they would, you know, because they're not hooked on anything, right? They're not hooked. I mean, this is like a fluid motion right here. So anyway, yesterday I worked so long. You know how they say, they're not going to stay up, Sunshine Granny. But if you do this, they'll stay up all day. But if you do this, they're going to fly right off. See what I'm saying? It's like the technology of glasses. But I like how this feels like this. I don't know. It just makes me happy like this. I don't know why. All right. So we rest in peace, Steve. What else should we do? That's cool. Oh. Well, these are dollar store glasses. And they just like, wow. This was actually my favorite pair for a long time. These are, I don't know. Yeah, I guess these are my favorite pair right now still. But I keep losing them. They keep sliding off the bed between the wall and the bed. And then I, oh yeah, and this lens keeps popping out, see? I'll clean it and I'll pop out the lens and then I'll go, oh my God, I have to put the lens back in, right? And then it's dirty because I just put my fingers all over it. You can't win. So yesterday, you know how they say work harder, not smarter? What's up, Dave? I know Cheyenne's might be still driving. Well, yesterday, I'm trying to, let me share my screen. Okay, as you know, last night I was working on this. That's what I'm working on right now. In this folder right here, there's 477 items. And these are, I went through my entire hard drive and pulled out all of my abandoned stuff, right? 477 items of abandoned stuff in here. So I'm fixing to figure out how to present them in that they show up on my blog spot. And so let me stretch. Let me stretch. Oh, it feels so good to stretch. Oh my God. Stretch. Oh yeah, this feels good, you guys. I highly recommend it. Come on. Yeah, so 477 items. And I was finding ones that I totally forgot about, like this guy. This was all trashed and the painting was all graffitied, so I repaired the painting. And then I put the painting on the TV in the fireplace. Oh my God, Susan Bond's art. And absolutely no one has really seen this image. And this guy, like this image right here is impressive. 2,000 by 1,500. Most images that I work on are they're maybe like this big. Let me see, make a square. The images that I normally work on are probably around in here. That's a normal size image that I work on, right? But this one is boom, boom. It's so huge. So this guy, unite, unlimited freedom, it says. That's the photographer. So this is like 4 times the size of a normal image. But if you go and look at it on Abandoned Land, the copy size I have on Abandoned Land does not reflect the grandeur of the original image. So like there's a lot of little problems like that on Abandoned Land. And so, I'm right at the beginning. It's not too late to pull what I have off and then reset Abandoned Land again. So, because I've got so many images here. Remember the kid and the baby in the yeah, just put your baby in the baby pool and go on in and shop. So these need to be out on the world, right? Maybe I should do Pinterest or something. I don't know. And then, of course, Chris Watts came into it. I've got lots of plans for Chris Watts and Abandoned Land. I think Chris Watts is going to be the king of Abandoned Land. I need to have a king and a queen. Who should be the queen of Abandoned Land? I don't know. I'll have to think about that. Can you not see what I'm looking at? Oh, sorry. Duh. Oh, well. I tech myself, and therefore there's a lot of weaknesses in my game because I tech myself. Okay. Let me show you some stuff. Sunshine Granny with her thinned arm glasses. You thinned arm glasses, old Granny. I got big, thick arms on my glasses. Woof. Very scientific. Let me get some more coffee. Oh no, my coffee's all gone. I remember punching out 4 people in my life. And that's just on a cursory recall of my 59-year-old brain. For about 4 times I've been in a punch out. Oh no, 5. See, now if I really think about it, I'm going to find a whole bunch more. Yeah. I mean, that's starting in 6th grade when I punched Zell Morris in the stomach because he messed with my sister's microscope. I'm stupid. I was just waiting to punch somebody out by 6th grade, and Zell Morris, unfortunately, presented the perfect opportunity for me to go hogwire. They should have pulled me out of school right there and sent me to the psych hospital. You're not normal. You're stupid, and we need to get you out of the way of the other students. That's what they should have done in 6th grade. Just pulled me completely out of school after I punched Zell Morris in the stomach. Because who does that in 6th grade, right? So. Yeah, it is about every 12 years. And I'm coming up on my next one. It's been almost 12 years. The last person I punched was Stacey Kardashian. Yeah, I punched a Kardashian in the face. That chick was fucking weird, dude. But then Stacey's heart exploded and she died. Because she smoked cigarettes like a fiend for too long. Now, I only punch psychopaths or if I'm extremely drunk. And when I punched Stacey, it was because I was punching a straight psychopath in the face. And her glasses were all, talk about askew glasses, man. Her glasses were all, she's like, now you're going to jail. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And I locked my door and I walked away from the property and hid in the bushes. Yeah, no, I would never punch you, Sunshine Granny. Unless you're a psychopath and you're stealing my shit and spitting in my face, then you might get a punch. Man, when people decide they don't like Susan Bonds, they go balls to the wall all out. I mean, it's like when people realize they don't like me, it is a passionate dislike that they discover. And when that happens, sometimes I need to protect myself. When I punched her, it was because I thought, all right, you're never going to have another chance to do it. And you're going to spend your whole life wishing you would have been a man and walked out there and dealt with her after she spit in your face, which is what I did. And then I heard she died after a heart attack and after her house burned down. Her house burned down. Okay, that chick had karma like swirling around her before she died. I mean, if your house burns down, right? That's some serious, Stacey was super picky about her house too. It was all like knick-knacked into the nines, sterile, beautiful, and that shit burned down. So, who knows, right? I'll never know the true story of why that happened. But yeah, I wish that her house hadn't burned down. And I wish she hadn't died. You know, because I know she didn't want to die. I know that girl did not want to die. So that makes me sad because she didn't, you know, I know she did not want to die. So that makes me incredibly sad. Yeah, rest in peace, crazy Stacy. Let's do a Stacy rest in peace for a minute. Let's take a moment. Yeah, Stacy was crazy. Stacy was crazy and I was a desperado. And no, we never had any kind of sexual thing happen. Trust and believe that. No, I'm not saying I'm just saying no, we never did. We never did. It never came up. But I'm pretty sure she had a girlfriend at the time of her death, which makes me happy to know that she had somebody. Yeah. She had a twin brother. And at one time, Stacy's mother was on the cover of Time magazine. So that kind of freaks you out when people tell you that. Cousin Stacy. Yeah. I never actually located that cover. And she was very like hush hush about names and stuff like that. And I didn't push her on anything. If she told me something, it was because she volunteered it. I wasn't like, tell me about this, tell me about that. She kind of told me the background of her story. You know, her dad was a billionaire and then he cut off from the family. So she lost out on that. Grandpa or somebody was a billionaire in her line. And she got like the billionaire lane went here and Stacy's family lane went here. And I remember looking at her going, where's our billions? And she's like, dude, you know, they blah, blah, blah. I don't. When I knew her, I was very careful to not be starstruck and dig in too much. You know, whatever she volunteered. And then beyond that, I think I'd try to tell her, look, you know, I don't have a lot of money to travel and do all the things you're talking about, you know, but I'm down for being your friend here in town. And, you know, it just wasn't a healthy friendship. So I don't know if it's true, for one. I kind of felt like other things that she told me had lined up. So why not this as well? And, you know, now it's 10 years later, 10 years later, and I don't remember a lot of the details of what she told me. But I know she has a sister, at least one sister, and she has her twin brother. I forget if she has two sisters or one sister. But they all had, you know, fantastical names. Stacy was actually Anastasia. That was her real name. Which, you know, if you're named Anastasia, that's coming from somewhere, right? So, no, I don't really know why. If her mom was on the cover of Time, I never saw it. And yeah, when Stacy was around, she was already one of those highly distracted people. Like if we went to get something to eat, she's on her phone, you know, staring at her phone, you know, the whole time, like feverishly, you know, and I'd just be sitting there like, okay. So there was always a sense of she was off, you know, she had this career and she was always on her way to the airport to catch a plane, you know. And so I just like, yeah, something happened to her where I don't know what happened to her. You want to see some pictures of her? I always get sad when I see pictures of her. There's the girl. Let me show you her. She was a tiny little thing. I'm 5'11". She was probably 5'8". Yeah, don't spit in the 6 foot face. Don't spit in the face of someone 6 feet when you're only 5'8". Just don't do it because it's not going to end well for you. I remember I was aiming down. Okay. Wait. Here's some pictures of her. The other Kardashian, Stacy, the interventionist. She had a Porsche. One day I was standing in my middle room washing my windows and she rolls up in a freaking Porsche. And I was just like, oh my God. I went out. Oh. Oh, this is her LinkedIn. This is Stacy, CEO, 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 CEO. This is very Stacy right here. She's just not a CEO once. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. She did that for 23 years, dude. Lifetime interventions. Contact Stacy directly. Isn't that funny? Contact Stacy directly. Yeah, it was tough knowing her because no. This was the first time that I'd ever had somebody of this sort of like caliber. The whole, you know, fame tied to it and the people Stacy had dated and all this stuff. It was like a pretty fantastic story. So no, I don't know people like this at all. I knew, like, you know, yeah, no, this wasn't my circle of people. And I remember telling her, like, look, I haven't designed my life like you. I don't have money to just fly off to Miami, but I can be your friend here in town. It was something like that. But it was just impossible. And I know I was starstruck. And also she had this big company, right? And I was hoping maybe she'd throw me a bone and let me work for her company a little bit. But, you know, nothing like that ever happened. Yeah, she was an interesting force. Very interesting. I wish she was still alive, grinding out like she was doing, like whatever she was, like I mean, there's people that could sit on YouTube and tell some really shitty stories about stuff I did. You know what I mean? So I'm not better than Stacy. I wish that she was still in the race. You know what I mean? I wish that she still had a dog in this race. In fact, I got that saying from her. I don't have a dog in this race. I got that saying from her. Nah, so not at all. No, not even close. No. I've brushed with famous people, but I'm not connected in their worlds. You know, close, but never happened. So, nope, never did. I'm the most famous person I know right now, honestly. And look at me. So, yeah, I wish she was still in the race. I think after her house burned down, she swung the money to get it fixed. So I think she went out living and her house was put back together by the time she died. But man, I think she came home to find her house on fire kind of thing. And that must have just been like, I can't even imagine that, you know? Thanks, Dave. Yeah. I don't really get any kind of like, wow, you're famous energy in real life, skin to skin. I'm not, yeah. Nobody notices how fabulous I am in real life. She was like maybe 58. She's right around my age. So this was a year ago in January. So she's only been gone about 13 months. Yeah, no, it's never happened. Never happened. That was all a lie, Dave. I was trying out drama when I did that. So don't tell anybody, Dave. I made that story up to see how drama would work. And it worked, dude. Remember? Yeah, that wasn't my... Never happened, Dave. Never happened. Don't tell anybody, you guys. Yeah, and that was the first time I had over 100 people live, and it was a total, like, just playing around, pranking. I was pranking everybody. Yeah, I didn't tell anybody that I did that because I didn't want it to get out, you know, that... Because I'm like, can it really be done, you know? Can it really be done? And yeah, it can. You can manufacture drama and get 100 people watching you. That's what I learned from that day. So, maybe I should repost part of that live stream and then with the disclaimer that I was just playing around everybody. Ha ha. Ugh. Oh, almost spilled it. So, sorry, Dave. I apologize. I apologize for deceiving you, Dave. Usually I don't do that. Like even when Sunshine Granny and I were talking about her mom being on the cover of Time magazine, I wanted to say, and yes, I saw the image and I know who it is. But then I was like, that's a lie. And so then I ended up telling the truth. She said her mom was. I never saw the magazine myself, and I never really dug deep to find out what her mom's name was and all that. If I really wanted to, you know, you could just simply go on to, a fact finder place, and I could find out pretty much what was going on with her tree. But I just really don't care that much. I'm just bummed that, you know, she's not still out here being a shithead in the race with me, you know. So, yeah, but did you notice a couple days later who shows up drunk on her show? You know, it's like, that was kind of like to do that when I was pretending that I was spotted. I mean, and as I was telling the story, the fish got bigger and bigger, right? And as I left the store, things were thrown at my car. Like I made it, like the longer I was telling the story, and I just was narrowly missed by a nuclear missile as I came in the house to find Marshall had been kidnapped. It's like if you let me keep going, I could have gone all day with that Shaggy Dog story. Yeah, and that was a good live stream. Because then, right, Dana came. Did Black Eagle come? I forget. I think it was Dana. And so my false indignance of being accosted in the store was put directly onto Dana, and I already had a huge arsenal about her in my soul when she showed up and started acting like a douchebag again. And the rest, as they say, is history. The part with Dana was real, but the part before that, I made all that up. Because I was watching Ryan Upchurch, and he is noticed in public all the time, and people are asking him for his autograph, and I just think that's so cool. Ryan Upchurch is so cool, right? So I'm all like, I'm going to pretend like I'm Ryan Upchurch in Smiths, but I'm accosted by a crazy fan. It can't be a fun fan. It has to be a crazy fan, because if it was a fun fan, that wouldn't be dramatic, right? So I was just trying on Ryan's persona for a minute in a fake video. It's fun to do that. I've done that before. Assume another sort of like identity. Oh yes, I'm a famous skateboarder or whatever I would tell people. This one time I told a guy I was a famous surfer. And I had the name of the surfer and everything. And I knew if he looked her up, he would be like, is that the girl that I met in the bar the other night? Like, I was totally like, so yeah, I'm crazy. I'm a nutbag, dude. Fucking freak show, dude. Look at my hair, bro. I think my hair is amazing, really. They're all like individual sculptures and beautiful flowers. My head is like a beautiful hair flower. Yeah. So soon after that whole fake live stream, all of a sudden I'm drunk, so I know that it's sketchy behavior to do that kind of thing, because so many people are like, oh, and that's not cool to create false reactions from people. It's not really a funny, fair thing to do to someone. Like, don't test me kind of thing. Don't test my loyalty. That's not why we're friends kind of thing. Yeah. I mean, I should write some kind of story about lying and being lied to and being a liar. Because I think if I want to be, I'm a pretty good liar, but because if you have to lie so much that it becomes an unconscious aspect of your personality, that's like the day I did that, I was aware that I was saying something that wasn't true. I was aware that I'm going to try this out and see what happens, right? I think Natasha said, people love drama, right? So I created some to see, and yeah, for the first time I had 100 people, right? But that behavior, for me to allow myself to do that, what is it? What was I doing? Pretty much lying to people, because that didn't happen. So I was confabulating, and that type of behavior, left to its own devices on a human being, that's not a good place to go in your brain. Stick to the truth. And so, soon after that, boom, I drank. So, I'm not going to do fake drama. And I have no desire to do that anymore. I know I could do it if I wanted to. I have the perfect personality, manufacture all kinds of, whatever I want. I remember the first job I had, I was 17, working at the theater as a candy girl. And I decided that I wasn't getting enough, attention for my prowess as a candy girl, right? So I go home and I type a letter to the theater from a customer I worked at this theater during The Empire Strikes Back. And so, I mean, the lines were jammed. Everybody in the world came to Manus Ventura Theater to see the freaking Empire Strikes Back. And so I created a letter from a customer who was like, I was at the end of the line at The Empire Strikes Back, and I named the time and the time of the movie. And that young lady at the beginning, that young lady behind the counter, people were so rude and mean to her, and she handled each person professionally. And, I was so astounded with how amazing she handled the whole stress of being a candy girl in today's world. I couldn't believe it. By the time I got to her, it was like I was standing, I made this whole letter, right? So I mail it to the theater. And I look, it's the matinee, everybody's in the theater. It's a lull. And I look at them, they're bringing the mail. Oh. And so I watch the manager read it, and she hands it to the assistant manager, and he reads it. And I'm just over there shining the glass behind the counter. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so special. Yeah. Which created absolutely no outcome at all, except for people's perception of me. I was like sitting at home, like, CEO of Man Theaters, Susan, you need to raise your profile a little bit amongst the candy girls. And then, like an idiot, right? I typed it on yellow paper. It was this kind of paper. But my mom was a teacher, so she had all these weird kinds of paper. And so I type it out there was this yellowish paper, right? And then I just threw the thing of paper in the back seat. And I remember they were around the car, and I looked in the back seat, and I'm like, they're going to see the yellow paper. Like I was so terrified I was going to get caught. Even then, I was not a smart criminal. So. Damn. Yeah. I was a little too creative to be working at Man Theaters, I guess. Oh, God. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, hoaxing is a thing, and there's a lot of hoaxing that goes on through the media. The internet interface that you and I have, Dave. We turn it on and we look at what we choose to, and a lot of confabulating, twisting, editing is going on to make the perception of things not accurate. And that's what I did with my fake day, with my story, not accurate representation of the truth, and getting some cheese off it. I could have ridden that cheese wave for a while. Keep playing that theme, do the theme of the story. I'm recognized in public, start staging it where I'm recognizing, it's like, but that's not real. In the last analysis, I could fool people into 100 people watching me. And, when I laid in bed, that, it felt good how many people were there, because I think in the middle of it with Dana showing up, it turned into something else. Obviously, I was just going to do a harmless little, folly, and then and then turn it off. But then Dana came and it switched gears from the joke, a playful joke. So, I don't want to be a person doing that, creating a confabulatory version, because at 59 years old, there's no point in me doing that. I'm telling you, at 59, I'm missing the creative energy of my 30s like you wouldn't believe. And if I was in my 30s, I could see doing all kinds of stuff like that. But, but now my focus right now today is going to be on the Jose Fernandez video, his boat crash video. Do you want to see some pictures of the video I'm working on, Granny? Yeah, and I don't want to be misleading to anybody for any reason, because that kind of behavior can turn, if you start following that behavior, you can turn into the biggest bad person. And yeah, good and bad, good and bad. Okay. Let me throw on a fresh pot of coffee, Granny. Let me throw on some coffee. I'm making some coffee. Oh, let me have this thing. All right. Okay, yesterday I toiled on this friggin' thing, on this fuggin' thing, and anyway, let me just show you. Okay. So you can see here there are, about 20 images, right? And they're all a sequence. Okay? So here's the United States from space. Here's Florida from space. Here's the Coco Plum Yacht Club in South Beach of Miami from space. See, we're zooming in. Here's the Coco Plum Yacht Club. This is where Jose parks his boat. Jose's leaving the harbor, leaving Coco Plum. Scene 1. Scene 2. Scene 3. He's driving out. Scene 4. Scene 5. And he's at the mouth of the harbor. That's Jose. He went to pick up his boat. Now it gets fancy. We're zoomed back out, and here he is in his boat heading towards, he's going to go pick up his friend, right? So this is actually an aerial view of this boat right here. Dang it, they aren't expanding. All right, let me do it this way. Okay, let me get them in here. So basically, I'm going to drive the boat out of Coco Plum, and then now you can see it, right? Yep. All right. Okay, watch this. Here it comes. Okay. Okay. Okay, you can see it. Here we go. So here's, okay, there it is. All right. So here's square one. Here's the United States from a satellite. Oh, these aren't in the right order. Let me put them in the right order. Okay. Okay, let me do this. So we're just hanging out, you guys. Okay? Okay. This one. Right here. We don't even really need this one. All right, there it is. All right. I wish I could make these all in the duration. All right. Here we go. This is the beginning of where this is the part of the video that shows where Jose's boat went on the night of the crash. The night of the crash started out at the Coco Plum Yacht Club, where Jose boarded his boat and proceeded to head across Biscayne Bay to pick up his friend in his boat. Here we go. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, shoot. Okay. Okay. You guys ready? Okay. Nice. And that right there was like 11 hours of work. Did you see it? This was like, I kid you not, 10, 8, something. It was a ridiculous amount of time and energy. I was so drained when I yeah. So let's watch it again. We're zooming in from space, okay? Here we go. Thank you very much. Dude, the amount of energy that took. Where's my 1 million subscribers, right? So, yeah, it's going to be cool, right? You want me to take you through the Google Earth of the night of his accident? But let me add the next part. So yeah, this is the video I'm working on, dude. While I'm banned from my other channel, I'm actually creating something. And man, the amount of energy it takes to make that many frames, right? Okay, so let's check this out. Here we go. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, Google Earth. I have to sit with it while it opens. Google Earth is so cool. It's amazing. Google Earth is friggin' amazing, dude. Granny, can you imagine being the government who can access all of the functions of Google, not just the public version? All right. Let's see. My project's called Jose Fernandez. Okay. So he left the Coco Plum Yacht Club. And so what I'm doing is taking screenshots and then taking the boat. Anyway, so I've actually got the boat all the way across Biscayne Bay. And I'm trying to figure out which way he went in. Like, I need to see nautical maps of this area, but I'm assuming he either went through here or through here. At any rate, he came out and boom. Faithfully, he picks up his friend by water taxi. So he zooms in, his friend jumps on the boat, and Jose and him take off in the boat. and they go to up the Miami River, and they go to American Social. So American Social, I think it's under this bridge. Anyway, he parks by water. You can, if you're a big celebrity like Jose, you can pull up and water taxi your boat. They party at American Social. Okay. And then after 2 in the morning, around 2 in the morning, they head out of the Miami River. And now Jose is drunk and on cocaine. And one other guy in the boat is drunk and on cocaine. And the third guy, I think, might have been completely sober. But 2 of them were using coke and one wasn't. But one who was drunk and on cocaine, the pilot, Jose Fernandez. So and the text of the social media text was his girlfriend was super worried. Jose wasn't acting right. Okay, so they come blazing out of the Miami River at, whatever, 2:45 in the morning, blazing. Oh, wait, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry. Sorry. They come blazing out of the Miami River. I'm like, damn. Okay. And so this is the part that I want to know too. So at some point they came out of the Miami River. This right here is called Government Cut. This right here is called Government Cut. There's 2 jetties and ships come in through this channel. It's called Government Cut. And it's also the Port of Miami. Okay. And all these things are bridges. So they either came flying down this way or they came on the outside. I'm imagining it's a straight shot because they ended up out here. Okay. Here's where he picked up his dude. His boat lives way over here. And now all of a sudden at 3 in the morning, Jose's blazing his way out here. And why they were coming out here, I haven't exactly put that together. But what happens next is weird. This pier right here, real famous pier. The GPS on Jose's boat on the way out of this channel, they were going 56 miles an hour. Okay. So as he's drunk on cocaine, flooring the boat wasn't even floored. Okay. Because that boat goes more than 56. So he's going pretty much floored 56 miles an hour straight along this jetty. Okay. And so this is where I have some questions as well. This jetty right here is the north facing jetty. If you pretty much double the size of that, there's a watermarked channel with 12 buoys. There's 12 buoys going from here and here that mark this channel. Okay. So basically if you're on it's like a freeway, you drive out of the channel. And then if you're going to go north or south or whatever, but the point is it's from the exposed tip of the jetty, another, 2,200 feet out, there are blinking buoys that tell the boats, okay, this is how you enter this channel. You come around this buoy. But Jose comes whipping out past the South Point Pier. At the end of this pier, there's an exposed tip, and then about I forget, this is like 75 yards or 150 yards or something like that from the exposed tip to this red flashing buoy. Because right next, as a channel marker, they don't want boats going anywhere near this little guy right here. I think this buoy here, this tells you will hit a jetty, and this is telling you stay on this side so you do not hit the jetty. And then you go out of the channel, and then when it's safe, you go north or south. So, but what Jose did, 56 miles an hour, he blasts between the red flashing buoy number 12 and the tip of the jetty. Okay, he doesn't drive out here. He cuts it right here. Okay. So, 1,500 feet earlier, he's going 56 miles an hour and he goes zooming right through here and then full throttles it. He full throttles the boat. And then he's about a half a mile offshore, right? And the boat goes off plane, it slows down, and then he does this U-turn, this slow U-turn, and then he floors it, and he floors it straight into the crash side of the jetty. So he came out here, he did a slow U-turn, and then he floored the boat, and he just crashed at full speed into the jetty right here. The boat hits, it flips, all three guys drown. The boat is then, sea tow comes, and the boat is then towed. I have video of it being pulled off the rocks. And sea tow takes his boat to Miami. He brings it to it's right here. He brings it right here. Maybe this isn't. Anyway, so yeah, and then the boat is seized as evidence. Once the boat hits land, it's seized as evidence. Did you see any of that? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, well, I give up. You'll have to wait for the video. That's like the amount of frustration surrounding making this is, there's a lot of frustration that I have to break through in order to continue making it. And, I tried to share it with you, Granny. You'll get to see it if I'm ever unblocked on my other channel. The longer that I'm not blocked, though, the longer that I'm blocked, the more that I'm going to work offline, which is good. Even though you didn't see the pictures, you heard the story of the crash, basically. And so yeah, I'm not going to try to show you any more pictures. I can talk about it all day. I need to keep working on the thing. So, oh, my coffee. Thank you for reminding me. What are you doing, Dave? Yeah, he was drunk on coke, dude. I have the accident report. It's available, and no mention of cocaine being found on any of the men or in the wreckage. However, there is a lot of redacted stuff in that report. So, I forget if they had alcohol on board. I hope not. I don't know. There's more I need to learn about it. This coffee's good. The first cup. So it's Saturday, right? Yay. So what are you guys going to do today? It's Saturday, right? Yeah. Aw. Let's take a moment for Shy. And you know if she's saying it that it was huge because she doesn't really complain, do you, Cheyenne? Cheyenne's not a complainer. She's a workhorse. I mean, not a workhorse, but a like getting it done. Get her done. She's a get her done. Flat tire, fucking need to change the oil, like fucking tow the car, whatever it is, like dig a hole, power wash. Cheyenne's there. So, what do you guys think I should do about Lisa? I think she got butt hurt on and around the relapse. Yeah, exactly. For real, for real. I do it and I'm all, but Cheyenne does it and it's for real. I mean, Cheyenne will pick up your car by the front bumper and say, okay, get the baby out from under it. I mean, she's like that. Yeah. I only have so much energy. And Claire's wants me to text her, a couple emails, text me, and I don't. Yeah, I just got to keep working on videos. Yeah, my insanity filter on life itself is faulted to begin with, and so I've created her into some kind of paper tiger in my mind. Yeah. Yeah. But the only way I'm going to get out of my eddy of, I'm in an eddy over on my other channel. I've just stalled, you know? And so the change needs to be me making videos, dude. It's so hard to make a video, dude. I mean, the amount of concentration and work. But in a way, you know, I focused hard enough to be able to animate that little boat coming out of the channel. You guys, let me go offline for a while and make the first animation sequence and then play it so you guys can see it as I'm making it. So, Dave, Sunshine, Granny Shine, I'll be back and I'm going to work on my video now. Yeah, it's going to, you know, I just want to keep working. That's all. All right. I'll see everybody soon. And, I think tonight I'm going to play some music and stuff Saturday night and it should be fun. Thanks for being here, Granny, Cheyenne, and my Dave. Where did Dave go? Dave. All right. I'll be back. I salute you guys. Thanks for being here. Thinking about you guys, sending it out for you guys. I'm sending out the vibes for Granny, Shy, and Dave. All right. We're good. See you soon.